Well. After an eventful evening for the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago Bears, and pretty much the whole city of Chicago on Saturday, the Chicago Cubs apparently are not done yet. And this leads us to ask the question now, who stays and who goes? Let's talk about it right after this. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. I am your host, Mike Jones. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe so that you never miss any of the action, any of the updates, any of the things that are going on with our beloved Chicago Cubs. And guys, I am not alone. I told you guys we're going to do listener appreciation every single week, and this week is none the different. I have my main man, somebody that's been rocking with me ever since oh my goodness, Steven, you've been with me. I first started seeing your comments pull up like mid-season 2025. You start commenting on the show. Guys, listen, I'm gonna screw his last name up, but I'm gonna try not to. Steven Stathopoulos.
That's pretty good. That's actually Stathopoulos, but that's good, man.
I was close.
Yeah,
Welcome
man.
in, y'all, to the show. Steven, my man, thank you so much for supporting this channel, for supporting Chicago Cubs Central, so for supporting our Cubs, man, and for joining me today on this episode. How you doing?
I'm doing great, buddy. How about you?
Oh man, I can't call it, man. I just got a chance to see my baby eat food for the first time, eat like big people food for the first time. So I'm excited. And of course, our Cubs made some really great deals, I think, in my mind and in my heart. Especially with signing Alex Bregman over the weekend. So I'm excited for what's ahead and what's to come for our team. But before we get into all the Bregman talk and everything like that, let's go ahead and do a little background on you. Steven, when did your love for the Chicago Cubs start?
I'm figuring like 1965, 66, something like that. Yeah, I was like 7 years old then.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was collecting baseball cards and all that kind of stuff back then. I still got them.
Yeah.
In 68, 69, I got all that stuff.
Wow, man. That's awesome. Who are your favorite legacy players? Let's go there first. Who are your favorite?
Oh, golly. Ron Santo.
Yeah.
Billy Williams. You know, Kenny Holtzman was. I saw him throw a shutout.
Wow.
You know? And Billy Williams and Ron Santo. First Cubs game I went to was Ferguson Jenkins pitching against Don Drysdale.
Okay.
And I got to sit right behind the visitors' dugout. This is 1968, I believe.
Yep.
And the game ended up 3-2, Cubs winning with Ron Santo and Billy Williams both hitting line drive shots over the right field wall.
Wow.
And it was a great game. I'll never forget that one.
Yeah. I believe it, man. I believe it. That's awesome. Now, I will ask you this, and I already know from our conversations who you're going to say, but who are your current favorite Cubs players?
Current Cubs favorites. I like the workers, you know. Well, I love the flashy guy. I like PCA too, man. I mean, he's the future of baseball right there.
Yeah.
I worry about him though, but I think he'll be okay out there. I worry about him, damaging them legs, man, because that's his bread and butter right there.
Yeah, the speed.
But, if he, I guess it's really hard to hear out there because it seems like they're going to collide all the time. But he only ran into one ball player last year, and that was Casey.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, anyway, I love him, man. I mean, Hap, he's a workhorse. I know he don't hit consistently, but I mean, I love the way he plays the game. I love Nico Hoerner, his intensity, his competitiveness. I mean, he's just on it, and he's all about it all the time. He is so sold out, for playing Cubs baseball.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, Bushy, he came out of nowhere, and look where he's at now, man. He's going to get a Gold Glove.
Yeah. I believe it. I have often said that too. That Michael Busch. I thought Michael Busch should have been in the race and the running for a Gold Glove last year. So I'm excited this year to see what he brings defensively. I think Michael Busch is going to be an all-star, and I think Michael Busch is going to be a Gold Glove winner this year. I think both.
And yeah, the way he turned heads with his bat this year, wow. And
Leading
20.
the Cubs in home runs on a team that had Kyle Tucker, PCA, Seiya Suzuki, Michael Bush is the one that hit the most home runs on the Cubs last year. I really think very highly of Michael Bush. He is what I would call a great cornerstone piece, somebody that can show you some things, and somebody that's come out of the blue. That's the part that I like about Michael Bush. He's somebody that came out of the blue. He was in the
Yeah.
Dodgers organization. Dodgers had no need for him because they signed Freddie Freeman. So they're like, okay, well, I mean, and they gave him to the Cubs for cheap too. I think like a pick and some cash,
Hmm.
and he came in his first year for the Cubs and immediately started showing what he could do at first base. And then last year, really, really turned it up for the Chicago Cubs. I'm really excited to see what he does in year 3 with our team.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, with Bregman on the team now, I'm
Uh-huh.
worried about Shaw getting the playing time he deserves. But I don't know.
Here we go. All right.
Tell me,
So
Aaron Reds, man. I really, I'm not crazy about these trades, but you know what? The Rickies didn't ask me, so I got nothing to say about it. I guess
correct.
I can talk to you
But
about it. That's
but
about it.
But as a fan, you do have a voice, and that's like I said. So the important part here, first topic I wanted to talk with you about, Stephen, today is the fact that the Chicago Cubs did sign Alex Bregman to a 5-year, $175 million deal on Saturday. Literally breaking news during the Bears game. Nobody saw it happening. Bears are getting crushed by the Packers. And literally, as Bregman is signing his deal, the tides turn for the Bears. They come back and win that game, and it's like God smiled on Chicago for a minute
Absolutely,
and was
it
like,
was, man.
and, and,
Absolutely, yeah.
and was like, you know what?
Eyes opened up. It was
Yep.
beautiful.
And like everything for a minute, everything just went right for us.
Mm.
Signing Bregman, and then on top of that, being able to beat the Packers. So my thought process, though, and this is the thought process that many people have had. You have Alex Bregman, 5 years, no trade clause, no opt-outs. This is where he wants to be. He wanted to be in Chicago. He did not want to play for Boston last year. The only reason he took that Boston deal is because they offered him a better deal than Chicago, and he had them put the opt-out on there because I believe he truly believed eventually he was going to end up being a Cub. So Alex Bregman paired with Dansby Swanson, paired with either Matt Shaw or Nico Hoerner playing second base.
Yeah.
Steven, the title of this episode is Who Stays and Who Goes?
So what's that? There go.
Yeah. Who stays and who goes is
Uh
the
huh.
is the is the topic of this episode because we have to figure out who's staying and who's going. So multiple reports have come out that the Chicago Cubs now, Jeff Passan was there to talk about it. Ken Rosenthal was talking about it. The Chicago Cubs now have the flexibility to make some big moves if they decide to. They now, like I said, with the Bregman deal, they actually deferred money, which we'll talk about that in a minute, and how that affects the Chicago Cubs. But at the same time, you look at this team and you say to yourself, man, they really added a gem, but they also now have more trade capital than they've had in a while because now there's no need necessarily for a Matt Shaw or for a Nico Hoerner or for both of them. I mean, it'd be great to have them, but the Chicago Cubs very well could make a trade here. What are your thoughts on them making a trade for Nico or for Matt Shaw?
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm thinking, man. I think hang on to both of them for 26 because I'm pretty sure Bregman's going to get hurt somewhere along the line. I mean, even if he just takes 2 days off a month, that's what 12 days right there. You're gonna need, everyone's gonna need a day off or two in
Sure.
that infield, and Shaw can do all those positions.
Yeah.
And there's no real need to get rid of Nico just yet. Uh, the Cubs, I guess, when I trade him at the trade deadline, I think it'll be a foolish, stupid thing to do. I mean, I really think they should. The Cubs should get the space ready for a statue outside next to Rhinos. I
A
really
statue?
believe it
Whoa. A statue for who?
for Nico.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Yeah, I mean that's the way I see him. He's going to be a great ball player. He already is a great ball player. He's just gonna if he's sticking with the Cubs, he can, he can own the town. But
Sure.
and you know how I feel about Matt Shaw. I think he's gonna be the next Pete Rose, but he just needs a little time, man. Come on, like
I fear that Matt Shaw's time has run its course with the Cubs. If
wow.
if I had to tell you the honest to goodness truth, I believe that the Chicago Cubs are about to make a move for a closer.
I love to
And
see that. Yeah, I would love to see that. But there's some available for a price. You don't need to
well,
trade anybody.
what you do is you trade Matt Shaw and another piece, maybe two pieces, maybe two prospect
Uh huh.
pieces to the San Diego Padres for Mason Miller.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like I said, it would
We got
give
Manny Machado over there. They don't need a third baseman.
right,
And
but Matt Shaw can play
Bogart's
all
playing short.
around.
Yeah.
He can play all around, so you can put him at shortstop. You can put him at second base.
And then what are
Either,
the Cubs going to do for a utility infielder, a bench piece? What are
I
they
mean,
going to do? They
those
got to get somebody
there
else.
are there are still guys out there on the free agent market that you can go out there and get. So the Chicago Cubs are still 10 million underneath
Mhm.
the salary cap
Oh, really? I thought they
because
went over. I thought they went over, man. You sure?
we thought originally we did think the Chicago Cubs went over, and the initial thought of the deal was that they went over. However, because because they deferred cash, $70 million worth of
Oh,
cash.
really? Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yep. So
That's the
they are
first
they
time for them doing that, right? They haven't done that before. At least
first time, first time, and they did it for Alex Bregman. Yep. Yep. So the Chicago Cubs do have an opportunity now to really, really, really go out and do something big. If you go sign somebody like Bregman, if you go make that deal for somebody like him, the next thought behind that is okay, so what are we going to do now? We need something that's going to push us over the top. And
right.
getting a closer pushes you over the top. You went out, you traded for Edgar Cabrera. You then went out and you signed Alex Bregman. So now you need one more move to push you over the top. You need a shutdown, lock him down closer that at the end of the day you can hand him the ball and he's going to get those last three outs for you.
I did a little reading up on that. I found this guy. Was it Sir Anthony Hernandez? Is it
Uh huh.
Sir Anthony Hernandez? He sounds pretty good. As a
Yeah.
reliever, and he's a free agent. I bet we can get him. For
Yeah,
the right price.
Sir Anthony is somebody that I've also looked at. I think that Sir Anthony Dominguez is his name. He's 31 years old, 4 wins, 4 losses. He pitched for Baltimore and Toronto. He had a 3.18 ERA, 79 strikeouts, and a 1.28 WHIP. So he is somebody that I've absolutely looked at, and he is a very good pitcher for the price that he could potentially come at. I just think that again, I don't know that the Cubs can get him for cheap enough where it'll make sense. So we'll just have to see about that. I'm more inclined to believe the Chicago Cubs are going to end up going out and making a trade for a closer for a team
Really?
that doesn't that might have a really good arm that just isn't in it this year. And like I said, the Chicago Cubs could very well get crafty with that and make that type of move.
That would just break my heart, man. If they trade
Well, I mean, again, you got to think about it like this. Baseball again is a business first and foremost, and the Chicago Cubs have officially picked their lane. They've officially
Amen.
chosen what they're going to do. They when they traded away Owen Casey, that was the signal that we're going for it now. To me, that was the signal that we're going for it now. I want you guys to comment below and let me know you guys' thoughts. But that to me, that was the signal that we're going for it now. Because you kept talking, everybody kept talking about how Owen Casey was the future. Now Matt Shaw is the future and how they're going to do this. Matt Shaw is not going to want to sit on the bench, guys. I can tell you that now. He ain't gonna want to be a bench piece. And he
No,
should.
no.
He's
He should be. No, right,
he's
you're right.
not a bad baseball player at all. It's just that Alex Bregman is better. I mean, just point blank period. You know.
Un poquito, perhaps. Yeah.
So And you will see, Steven, after a full season of Bregman, you will see what I mean by he's just better. I mean, better
Well,
situational hitter, better, more power, more pop in his bat. And like I said, he is somebody that's going to come in with something to prove this season for the Chicago Cubs. So I like it. I like it a lot.
sure, yeah. Well, here's the bottom line for me, Mike. I mean, at the end of the day, when they roll that ball out to start the season,
Yeah,
anyone who's wearing blue pinstripes,
yeah.
I'm gonna be cheering for him. I don't
There you
care
go.
who it is. So,
There you go.
uh, yeah, I mean, I'm a Cubby. I'm a Cub fan, and that's all it's gonna be, man. So much. I live down here by St. Louis, and one thing I learned about St. Louis fans, the St. Louis team, at least maybe the last 5 years, not so much, but the St. Louis Cardinals are always going for it. That's one thing I figured out when I moved down here.
Yeah,
They're always going for it. The fans down here expect them to always go for it.
yeah,
They just last 5 years, that's an exception.
yeah.
But they got this marmal disease or something. But anyway, yeah, man. I mean, they go for it, man. They expect to win down here. That's the
Yeah,
Cubs never had that mindset.
yeah.
But hopefully, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for them winning. I kind of like that homegrown talent, but nonetheless, we'll see what happens, man. I guess that's all I can say.
It's great to have your homegrown talent. And yeah, and it's great to see them come to fruition on the field. I agree with you with all of that. However, I think what we need to realize here is those are also prospects, trade pieces, that's draft capital, that's all these different things. So again, some will be fulfilled on the field for Chicago, some potential won't be fulfilled on the field for Chicago. And I mean, yeah, it sucks, like I said, to see Owen Casey in Miami because he probably is going to be good. I don't know how good he'll be, but he's probably is going to be good. Um, but at the same time, if this opens up a window or an opportunity for the Chicago Cubs to win a World Series, that's what matters most to me.
I'm a big fan of Seiya Suzuki too, so I knew there wasn't a clear path for Casey, really.
Hmm.
And it would have been tough with the three of them, him, Casey, and Ballesteros.
Yeah,
With a pinch hitting and or the DHing, and yeah, that would have been a tough fit. But I understand he's got a clear path to playing in Miami,
yeah.
so I'm happy for the kid. Really. But I wish that we could have witnessed it firsthand. I got MLB baseball that I can watch any game anytime, so I'll be watching a lot of Marlins games, I'm sure.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah, and Cubs fans all over should tune in and watch which I'm sure they will because there's a lot of them out there that hated, the Cabrera trade, for Owen Casey, and really, really, really disregarded that trade. But at the same time, I still believe, and I'm under the assumption that the Chicago Cubs are, you know, they they did something that they needed to do, and again, it was something that they had to have happen. We needed to get another starting pitcher. We
You
were
think we need another
short
bat still?
well,
I mean,
I wouldn't say need. I say it'd be nice to have. There's a
yeah.
difference in that. There's a big difference in you need the bat. Nice to have the bat. It would, like I said, I have been under the assumption, Stephen, and I'm still under the feeling and the mindset that the Chicago Cubs cannot have enough bats because guys slump. We saw it last season. The guys slumped. We went from putting up 10, 15 runs easily to in the dog days of summer when the ball's supposed to be jumping out the field. We were struggling to score 2 and 3 runs.
We
You
used to
know,
call it the June swoon.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But
man.
yeah, man. I mean, it happens, and yeah, more bets would be good. I can't see these high price, high ticket items coming in to play right field or whatever. That I don't
No,
see Cody Bellinger coming here again. That doesn't make any sense to me.
right,
Suzuki can fill that spot.
sure,
Ballesteros DH, maybe they can switch off whenever, or bring in righty when it calls for it, and
sure.
I'm sure. I don't know, man. You got to stand pat here at some point, and not get too frivolous. You got to think ahead too to the trade deadline. Who are we going to get done? We got to have some money left for that.
Sure.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I'm not into the world of high finance, but I'm not going to spend Ricketts' money like it's my own. These guys, these young kids, there's a big investment in them. All this talk about him being cheap, I don't buy it because there's a huge investment in spring training and trainers and coaching staff and the facility and down in Arizona, what they got going on in minor league ballparks all around. Room and board for these kids. I mean, they eat, sleep, and breathe baseball. Until they hit the bigs, and I mean that costs money. So I'm glad to see him get off a little bit of cash though. And take a chance. Get outside the comfort zone. I trust in Jed, so in Jed we trust, and I'm going with it. So
there was there was a need to do a big splash.
Yeah.
For Cubs Con is starting this coming Friday. It'll be Friday and Saturday, and I think maybe Sunday this weekend. And the Chicago Cubs needed a big splash for that, and so that's why you see them. You saw them go out and sign Edward Cabrera. You saw them go out and sign Alex Bregman to these deals, and like I said, it's because the Chicago Cubs understand that in the business of baseball, you have to have marquee players. And Pete, make no mistake about it, Peter Armstrong is a marquee name. But like I said, you also got to have other marquee pieces around him, And like I said, so it's a PCA's team. Let's just put it out there. I mean, it's PCA's team. He's in great shape himself with Chicago. He is in great shape himself. He's at Chicago Bulls games, Blackhawks games, Bears games. He's still in the city long after the season is over with. He lives here now. Chicago is his city, and he's taking it over. It's going to be between him and Caleb Williams for the most beloved Chicago people as of right now.
Cade Horton too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hate to drag this on, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the 26th season, and
I think so too.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I think so too. Are you satisfied now with the off season that the Chicago Cubs have had? Do you think that they've done enough this off season, or do you think they should do more?
I'm tell you what, I think they've done enough, but and I'm kind of glad they didn't go with Bichette. There's a lot of talk about getting Bichette, and I still think that guy's injured from last year. He had a bad knee going into the World Series, and he was still hurting in the series. So I mean, that game 7, he was batting right behind Vladimir, and he got on in the 10th inning, and the guy that came up after him was supposed to be Bichette, but they had taken Bichette out for a pinch runner the time before they batted because he had a bad knee. He couldn't, he got in a little signal and out to left field, and they couldn't. Anyway, they had to pull him, So then, I mean, they really could have used him in that 10th inning, and he wasn't there. So, it was an injury that kept him out for, I don't know, man, a long time, about 3 months or something, I believe. 6 weeks, I don't know. So it was a while, but those knee injuries, they don't heal overnight. They don't even heal in off season. You're always going to be tender on that thing for at least a couple of years.
Right.
A lot of rehab for that to come back. So unless you want to try surgery, and surgery is going to keep him out for a year anyway, probably.
Right.
So anyway, I'm glad he went with Bregman. If they, I'm not tickled to death about any of these trades. Really, to be honest with you, I wanted the young kids in there, but nonetheless, I'm happy with Bregman and not Bichette.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's gonna do it here, guys, for us on this episode of Chicago Cubs Central. Steven, any last words?
Oh, hey, go Cubs, go, baby! Come on.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all so much. Make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe so that you never miss a moment right here on Chicago Cubs Central. And hey, if you want to be a part of one of these episodes like Steven, all you got to do is hit me up 217-816-5498, or you can write me at Chicago Cubs Baseball 1992. I appreciate you guys so much. And until next time, go Cubs, go. Peace.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.
So even